15 minutes. That's how long we have before that refund button disappears. So the question is, can we determine whether or not it's a game worth our time when we give it its 15 minutes of game? Hey everybody, Macktion here, and we're going to look at Wayward Souls. Now, it is a top-view, isometric tap-and-slash game, with every character attempting to get to the same part of this tower, castle, keep thing, but all with different objectives. It's quite tough to pin down this game. While it's listed as a roguelike, it's more like a roguelike-like. See, the chief quality of roguelike games is that if you die, your progress is erased, and that is not the case here. You don't take gear with you, sure, but you do get to take the coins that you accumulate. You'll wind up using those coins to improve the special abilities of the various characters, so there is definitely some progression that goes on beyond success or failure of a dungeon crawl. And because the game is randomized, you will get a slightly different experience each time you try and run the dungeon. So it does stay reasonably fresh, which is a relief because you will run those first few floors quite often. The controls are reasonable enough, and when I die, I really only have myself to blame. The 3 different starting characters necessitate a completely different playing style because of their mechanics, and you need to unlock subsequent areas for each of them individually, so I would recommend picking a favorite playstyle, whether that's tank, long range, or backstabbing, and stick with that, and come back later on to try out the others. Probably much, much later. Now personally, I think this game has just one flaw for most players. Because it straddles that roguelike RPG divide, it is just a touch too unforgiving. Health potions are very rare, and they don't heal for very much. The difficulty is a bit too high for a game that only lets special abilities transfer over, and it feels very much like a war of attrition as you're going through the floors. However, I take my gaming quite seriously, and I found that it was just perfect for me. My wife, on the other hand, found herself more frustrated than challenged, so be warned that it can be quite tough. Wayward Souls has done many other things right, though. For example, most games fall into one of 2 categories, long play and short play, and it's very tough for the long play games, which are mostly RPGs and roguelikes, to work in short play situations, waiting in an office and such. Wayward Souls does a surprisingly good job of being a medium play game. You can play for long amounts of time just fine, but the short play also works as well. This is definitely due to clever engineering on their part, and with just a few adjustments, I think it could be even better. I decided to keep this game, even with its $4.99 price tag, and if a tough game is what you are interested in, I think you will find that Wayward Souls might be just what you're looking for. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed, and if you have, a comment or a like would be most appreciated. You see, it's your feedback that lets me know how to best allocate my time to the things that you want to see. If you click on any of the videos around here, you'll be taken to a playlist with more of that particular brand of madness. And be sure to subscribe so that you can always be the first to know when I have some new content out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.